This is now problem number 20. Kalain nyo, ababa tayo sa problem 20 for our third lesson. So for problem number 20, we have this. Problem 20. Rationalizing single term denominators. When we say rationalizing, changing the term into a rational term. Okay? Because this is irrational, right? Because it contains a radical as well as this. So, how do we change this na magiging rational siya or mawala yung radical niya or ma-cancel out yung radical? So, ganito. For letter A, we do it like this. 2 square root of 3. So, what should we do in order na mawala si square root of 3 or mawala yung square root? Okay? Ang pwedeng gawin natin dito is that, so ako din sasagot, yung square root of 3, para mawala si square root of 3, or mawala yung square root, we need to multiply this by square root of 3 again, right? Because this will become square root of 3 squared, or square root of 3 times 3. So, maka-cancel out yung square root if you multiply this by square root of 3. Ngunit subalit tatapat, we cannot just multiply this by square root of 3 here. Bakit? Because we are changing, if you multiply to any value, you are changing the whole value, then that is not the same anymore. Again, in order for this to retain its identity, na-recall niyo sa first lesson natin, yung identity property, for this to retain its identity, we need to multiply this by 1. Okay? Pero, kailangan din natin siya i-multiply by square root of 3 para mawala yung square root. So, what's now the dilemma? We need to multiply by 1, pero we need din to multiply by square root of 3, ang denominator. So, how about yung 1, let us make 1 in the form square root of 3 over square root of 3. Ayun. So, we are, we are multiplying the denominator with square root of 3. Pero since we are multiplying the whole term with square root of 3 over square root of 3, we are essentially multiplying this by 1. Okay? So therefore, we'll just multiply this, the whole term by square root of 3 over square root of 3, or 1. Yun lang. So therefore, 5 times square root of 3 is 5 square root of 3. And how about this? Sa ilalim. Ito. What will happen here? That's 2. Lagyan natin ng ink para sa notes niyo. That would be 2 times square root of 3 times square root of 3. That would be 2 times 3 squared, or cancel this out. That would be 2 times 3, which is 6. Okay? So this is 2 times 3. Okay. That would be equal to 5 square root of 3 over 6. So that would be our answer. Very easy, diba? So lagyan natin ulit ng hashtag easy PC. Tama ba yung spelling? Never mind. Atin-atin lang naman. Now, let's proceed to letter B. So, for letter B, iba na yung, yung index natin. So, that's cube root. Cube root of 5. Again. So, yung gagawin natin, what number or what value should we multiply sa denominator para matanggal yung cube root? So, yun yung challenge natin ngayon. We cannot say na, dito kasi nag-multiply lang tayo ng square root of 3. So, baka ganun din. If we do that, if we multiply the denominator by cube root of 5, the result is still a radicand. Radical pa rin yung result. Bakit? Kasi magiging ano lang naman siya, magiging multiply this by cube root of 5. This will just become cube root of, pareho yung, that would be 5 times 5. So, that would become cube root of 5 squared. Instead, hindi na cancel out yung radical or yung square, yung cube root. So, di siya pwede. So, ganito na lang. Ano yung pwedeng gawin natin na ang if we express this, sorry ha, yung sarili ko lang kasi kausap ko. If we express this as 5 raised to 1/3, again, they are the same, di ba? Because ang root, that is just a fractional exponent. Okay? What do we need to multiply here na ang result niya is 1 or ma-cancel out yung fraction sa numerator. Ano pwedeng i-multiply natin dito? Okay. Remember, ganito pwedeng gawin natin ha. Remember that if we multiply a fraction of the same, exponential expression of the same base, we just add the exponent. So, we need an exponent here, let's say m, na kung i-add siya sa 1/3, the result is 1. Diba? Dapat kasi magiging 5 raised to m plus 1/3, that's equal to 5 raised to 1. Or, therefore, eto is equal to 1. Therefore, m plus 1/3 is equal to 1. So, solving for m, that would be, what happened? Solving for m, what happened? That would be 1 minus 1/3. Sorry, 1/3. So, 1 minus 1/3 is what? That's 2/3. So, m should be 2/3. So, therefore, we need to multiply this by 5 raised to 2/3. And what is 5 raised to 2/3? That is cube root of 5 squared. Diba? So, we need to multiply the denominator. Saan tayo? We need to multiply the denominator, cube root of 5, by cube root of 5 squared. So, syempre, para essentially multiplied by 1, like our first solution, dapat ang numerator din dito is cube root of 5 squared. Okay? So, the answer now is 2 cube root of 5 squared over, so if you multiply this 2, magiging 5 raised to 1. Ito yun. Ito. 5 raised to 1/3 times 5 raised to 2/3, that's 5 raised to 1. So, that is 5 raised to 1. And that's our answer. But wait, there's more. Pwede pa siguro to. Rationalizing the denominator man. Okay. So, meron pa rin tayong denominator dito. Okay. What other approach should we use for this? What other approach? Pwedeng ganito rin. Kung radical lang tayo mag-stick, pwede rin we multiply this by, ano pa yung kulang dito para siya makalabas? Kulang pa siya ng 5. So, anong index dito para makombine? Dapat 3 din. So, nakuha nyo? Okay, mas madali pa lang ganito. Oh. Pag i-multiply mo na siya, i-combine mo na siya, pwede na makalabas yung 5. Diba? Okay? Ulitin ko ito. You try to look at this. So, ano pa yung kulang sa 5 para siya makalabas? Kailangan kasi cube to siya dito. So, kulang pa siya ng 5. So, ito yung 5 para siya makalabas. So, kung i-combine na natin itong dalawa, that would be cube root of 5 cube. So, pwede siyang lumabas. Ayan, lumabas na. Pwedeng ganon na approach din. Okay? That's it. Another one. Hindi pa tayo tapos. Pero malapit na. Malapit na mawala yung energy. Sige lang. So, kahit nakakapagod, you just reciprocate, diba? English yun. You just reciprocate the effort, my effort, with your attention. So, answer kayo ng exercises para naman happy ang family. This is now problem number 21. Dami kong sinasabi, no? Sige lang. Problem number 21. Rationalizing a denominator with 2 terms. Ayun, eto. How about kung dalawa yung term dito? Yung gagawin natin dito is multiplying by its conjugate. Okay? Para mawala kasi sila. By the way, this will all make sense sana if na-discuss una yung mga operations sa polynomial functions or yung mga special products. Pero wala pa tayo doon. That's lesson number 4. Pero eto na lang. I'll just show you the procedure. in order to evaluate this, dalawa kasi yung term ng denominator. We cannot just multiply it by a single term number kasi magdi-distribute lang tayo. Okay? So, what we need to do, since square root naman to dito, by the way, this is effective lang kung square root siya. Pag mag-cube root, medyo complicated na yon. Diba? Let us just pray. Ipagdasal na lang natin yung cube root. Square root lang tayo dito. So, eto. Ang pwede natin gawin dito is that, ganito. We multiply this by its conjugate. Ano yung conjugate nito? Ano ibig sabihin ng conjugate? Yung conjugate niya, di ba, ako din yung sumasagot. Yung conjugate niya is the same terms pero the operation is the inverse. Ayan. So, instead of plus, we use minus. So, since dapat equal to 1 siya, so, eto. Dapat equal to 1 siya. So, ganito siya. Ganitong form. Okay? So, ano yung dito? Ano yung ina-apply natin dito? So, if you're familiar with special products, diba? Special products, we have A plus B times B, A minus B. Okay, tatakpan ko na naman. Buti na lang. The result is A squared minus B squared. So, if you notice, the result, in-square lang yung both terms. So, yun yung kailangan natin na square ito para mawala yung square root. We need to square this. Diba? That's why we apply this process. Okay? Anyway, this will all make sense sa lesson 4. So, we do that. Now, so we'll just be pretending na di pa natin alam yung FOIL. I know you know how to proceed with FOIL, diba? If you multiply a binomial, meaning a polynomial with two terms, eto di naman to polynomial kasi wala siyang x. But if you multiply this expression with two terms, kailangan natin gumamit ang FOIL, diba? FOIL meaning first, sunod, O, outside, then inside, then last. Ganon, FOIL. Diba? Pero ibahin natin yung approach dito. Sige. So, ang gagawin ko dito, I will change the approach, meaning, di tayo familiar sa FOIL, kahit familiar na. Pretend lang tayo na hindi pa. Sige, gagawin kong 3 plus square root of 7 times 3 minus square root of 7. Yung gagawin ko lang dito is the longer version ng FOIL. FOIL siya pero longer. Okay, so that's 2, 3 square root of 7 over, eto, isang group lang to siya. Etong isang group, yun yung i-distribute ko dito sa loob. So, this whole group, distribute natin dito sa loob. So, that would be 3 plus 7, 3 plus square root of 7, times 3, minus, so ito yon, ito times ito, minus this times this. So, that would be 3 plus square root of 7 times square root of 7. Ayan. Then next, distributive pa rin. Actually, FOIL din to, pero pinahaba lang. Distribute ulit. Okay? 2 times 3 minus square root of 7 all over. So, 3 times 3, 9, plus, tanggalin na natin yung parenthesis. 3 times 7 is 3 times 3 is 9, plus 3 times square root of 7, that's still 3 square root of 7, minus, how about here? This times this. Lagyan natin parenthesis dito. Yan. Square root of 7, ay, pointer lang. Square root of 7 times 3. That is 3 square root of 7 plus square root of 7 times square root of 7. That is 7. Ayan. So, to avoid confusion, again, kailangan careful tayo sa grouping symbol, ha? Kasi nasa labas yung minus, so kaya naglagay ko dito ang parenthesis. 'Di ba? Para di tayo ma-confuse kasi if walang parenthesis dito, then baka ma-confuse tayo, hindi natin agad ma-multiply yung negative dito. Okay? So, always be careful with your grouping symbol. By the way, pangit na yung penmanship ko. It's not usually like this. Pasensya na, parang pagod na yata. So 2 times 3 minus square root of 7 over 9 plus 3 square root of 7, tapos eto, minus 3 square root of 7, tapos syempre kailangan distributive to dito. Diba? Kasi nasa labas yung minus. So, minus 7. So, that is equal to 3, sorry, 2 times 3 minus square root of 7 over 9. If you notice, pareho sila, minus, cancel out. Mawawala siya. Minus, times 9, over 9, minus 7 na lang. So, ang gagawin ko, i-distribute ko na lang din to. So, that would be 6 minus 2 square root of 7 over, wag na lang. Kasi maka-cancel out. 2 times 3 minus square root of 7 over, what is 9 minus 7? That's 2. Maka-cancel out na to. The answer is 3. Simply 3 minus square root of 7. Ay, kaya pa. 3 minus square root of 7. Ayun. Or that is simply ito. If you just follow this property, diba? A squared minus B squared. Ito na siya, oh. Notice this. A squared. Ito yung A squared natin. So, ito yung A, ito yung B. So, A squared is 9. And minus, yung B natin is square root of 7. Square root of 7 is 7. So, yun na siya. Ganun na din pala. So, that's our problem, 21. Kaya pa. Medyo challenge na, no? Pero it's your choice sa nag-engineering mo. Yun lang. Congrats in advance. Sorry, sir. Okay, let's try this. Rationalizing the numerator at the same process pa rin, but shortcut na lang natin to. This is problem number 22. So problem number 22, we are rationalizing the numerator. So again, we are just multiplying by the conjugate. You just need to multiply by the conjugate of the sign. Okay. Or just reverse the sign. So instead of minus, we use plus. So that would be square root of 5 minus square root of 7 over, ayusin natin, no? Pasensya na sa penmanship. Over 2. We multiply it by the conjugate of the numerator this time because we are rationalizing, or meaning we are trying to eliminate the radicals in the numerator. Okay? So, multiply this by square root of 5 plus square root of 7 over square root of 5 plus square root of 7. Again, kasi we'll just multiplying by 1 para hindi mag-change ang value. Okay? So, that would be equal to, now, the numerator, gawin na lang natin yung property. Although I explained this already, or masyadong nakapagod kung the same process here na medyo mahaba, yung property na lang. So, pag mag-multiply tayo ng special product, meaning conjugate lang, we just need to square the first term and square the second term and get the difference. Okay, so let's do that here. Para di tayo ma-confuse, lagyan ko ng parenthesis ha. So, importante yung mga grouping symbol lagi ha. So, if we multiply these two, just square root of 5. That's the square of the square root of 5. Of course, that's 5. Minus, that's the square of 7. Square root of 7, that is 7. Over 2 times. Again, ito siya, isang grupo to. So, again, be careful with the grouping. So, isang grupo yung minultiply mo by 2. Square root of 5 plus square root of 7. And I think kayang-kaya na to. What is 5 minus 7? That's negative 2 over, i-distribute na lang natin. Kahit di na pala. Ayan, square root of 5 plus square root of 7. So, ito makakancel out, diba? Negative 2 times, negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Says our answer is negative 1 over square root of 5 plus square root of 7. So, this time, lumipat na yung irrational na value sa denominator. Pero at least, na-rationalize yung numerator. Eh, yun naman yung, hinihingi. I-rationalize yung numerator. So, okay na yung numerator, denominator naman yung But if you reverse the procedure, you'll come up with this. Okay? That's our problem 22. Ay, kaya ko ba? So, another problem. Let's try number... See, kaya pa to. Wait ha. Let me copy this one. Copying this line and pasting it here. And eto siya. I don't need that. And ako yung nagmo-monologue na naman. Pasensya na. Okay, I think kaya pa dalawa. Okay, this is problem number 23. Problem number 23, changing from radical to exponential form. Okay. Ay, ito medyo madali na lang to, no? Problem 23. So, sobrang dali na. So, wala nang challenge. How about, ito, for letter A, what is square root of 3? So, in exponential form, I think, di ba, pag radical, that is just fractional form ng exponential. Okay? So, yung square root of 3 is just 3 raised to 1 half. Yun lang. Very easy. So, how about this? That would be, remember, the square root is raised to 1 half. So, meaning, this whole term is raised to 1 half. So, that is the same as 3xy raised to 5 raised to 1 half, which is equal to 3xy raised to, you multiply this, 5 halves. That's it. So, very, very easy. How about letter C? For letter C, how do we do this? That would be 2x. So, what is 4th root of x cubed? That would be x raised to 3/4, because this is 1/4 raised to 3. Diba? X raised to 1/4, then raised to 3. So, that's raised to 3/4. Okay? Since the same ang base, we just need to add the exponents. So, that's 2 times x raised to, ano yung result ng 1 plus 3/4? Dito siya galing. May 1 dito. So, we add the exponents 1 plus 3/4. So, you know how to do this, diba? Sige, gawin natin para madali. Yung 1, gawin natin 4/4. Para pareho sila ng denominator, diba? 4/4 is just 1. So, therefore, that becomes 4 plus 3, 7. Copy the denominator, 4. So, raised to 7/4. Very easy. Ayan, pero nakakapagod. So, hashtag nakakapagod na. Pero kaya pa. Last, problem 24. Sorry. Ayan, problem. Sorry for the small glitch. Okay, problem 24. Eto, baliktad. How do we change from exponential to radical? How do we change from exponential to radical? So, medyo madali lang naman, di ba? For letter A, we can look at 3 halves. We can look at 3 halves as, we could look at 3 halves as 3 times 1 half, right? So therefore, we could rewrite this as x squared, the quantity x squared, plus y squared raised to 3 raised to 1 half. So therefore, in radical form, that is just the square root of x squared plus y squared cube. Uy, sorry. Hala, pasensya. Ayan. So, the square root, ito yung square root. The square root of this. Ayan. So, next, letter B. How do we do that? Okay. So, ito siya. That means fourth root. Fourth root. So, that would be 2. Pwedeng ganito. Common sa kanila yung 1/4, right? Because ang 3/4 is just 3 times 1/4. So, 1/4 din dito. So, pwede natin i-factor out. Sorry. Pwede natin ilabas. Pwedeng lumabas yung 1/4. So, that would be 2 times y cube times z raised to 1/4. Ganun lang. Diba? Ito. Raised to 3/4 raised to 1/4. Yan. So, therefore, our answer is just 2 fourth root of y cube z. Napaka-easy. Okay? Okay. How about letter C? Or you can also use another property here. Pwede mong 2 fourth root of y cube, diba? Times fourth root of z and combine. Ganun pa rin. Okay? How about letter C? For letter C, first, we notice that the numerator, the exponent is negative. Okay? So, pag exponent negative, if you recall dun sa exponential functions, pag negative ang exponent, we flip. Diba? We get the reciprocal. So, therefore, para maging positive yung exponent, this becomes 1 over a raised to 3 halves. So, applying the radicals, or in radical form, magiging square root of a cube. Very easy lang, no? Okay. How about letter D? Okay, parang last na yata to. For letter D, ano to? Decimal kasi yung expression natin. So, let's change that to fractional. Diba? So, that would be x. What is the fractional form of 0.2? That would be 2 over 10, right? Or, that would be 1/5. So, that is just fifth root of x. Ayan. Hashtag ayoko na. So, that's it. So, just practice more. I'll be sending this whole note. Eto. I'll be sending this Facebook group and also a set of exercises for you to practice on. So, if you're done solving, you may solve kahit ilan pwede nyo i-solve. Much better if ma-solve nyo lahat. Tsaka yung mga medyo may challenge yung ma-solve nyo in order to see kung saan kayo up to what yung naging progress nyo. Okay? So, that's it for this particular topic. I think we need to rest. So, thank you for listening and see you sa next na lesson.